everyone, and welcome back to Shelly's Millions. Today I want to talk about a really important topic. I want to talk more about reporting earnings when you've gone back to work. I want to talk about the maximum amount that you can receive from wages and earnings and still qualify for unemployment benefits. And I want to talk about what might cause you to get an excessive earnings warning after you've certified for your benefits. I definitely didn't have a clear understanding on that, and I think I do now. So I wanted to make this video to share that information with you. Please keep in mind, I'm not an expert and the information is changing rapidly. Some of it's the same, but some of it's changing rapidly with the new bills that are being introduced in Congress. So some of the information can unfortunately change even after I give it to you. So please do further research. These are just my opinions, what I've experienced going through the process. So I hope it's helpful, but I also just want to let you guys know that I'm not an expert, so I wouldn't want to accidentally lead someone astray. If you are finding my content useful, if it's been benefiting you, please make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, and share the video with anyone that you think might find it useful. So even in my last video, I was under the impression that as long as you returned to work, even if you had reduced hours or if you had any reduced earnings or income, if your wage was lower, even if you were making like 2 hours less than you were before the pandemic, I thought that you were eligible for getting unemployment benefits, and that might not be the case. So it's going to be different for every person, and the maximum amount that you can earn to still get benefits is going to depend on your base unemployment rate. So for example, the maximum amount of money that someone getting the maximum base unemployment rate of $450 is going to be different for someone that has a maximum base unemployment rate of $414. It's going to be different than the people receiving PUA benefits at the minimum of $167. I am going to give you 2 examples of calculations in this video, and if you watch it to the end, I will give you some instructions on how to contact me to have me do those calculations for you for your specific situation. But keep in mind, if I do those calculations for you, I'm not an expert, so have those figures double checked. But yeah, let's get into how to figure out the maximum amount of money that you can earn and still receive your unemployment benefits. So I thought that as long as your hours and your income were reduced, that you could still receive benefits. And I thought that was applicable no matter how much you made. So let's go with a crazy number. Let's say that you used to make $20,000 a week pre-pandemic, and now you're only making $15,000 a week. I thought, oh yeah, you're good. You can earn something on unemployment. That is not the case. The situation where you could make that much money and still get benefits, it doesn't exist. So now again, it's specific to everybody. So this is a general statement. If anyone is making more than $600 a week, there's no way you're going to apply. At least it's my understanding that there is no way you are going to qualify for any unemployment benefit money. And unfortunately, all of these numbers are pre-tax dollars, with the exception of people who were self-employed and that are getting the PUA unemployment benefits. So for everybody on a regular unemployment claim, all of the numbers that are going to give you your specific calculation for how much you can earn, that is going to be your gross earnings. So your gross earnings are before taxes, before any 401k contributions, and before any payments for health benefits are taken out. It's the amount before that. Now for PUA, for the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance portion, you are allowed to use your net income. So you're allowed to deduct your expenses. So gas, if you buy water for your passengers, if you're driving Lyft or Uber, if you've had to buy extra sanitizer wipes so that you can sanitize the door handles to your car before a new passenger is getting in and out, if you've had to buy additional supplies specific to your business, you are allowed to report your net income. And that is based off of a video that I watched from the EDD on reporting wages. It's a UI Online YouTube video, and I'm going to link that for everyone below. So that's where I'm getting that. Again, not an expert. I definitely could be interpreting the information incorrectly, but I feel like the video made it pretty clear that you are able to use your net earnings if you are self-employed. Okay, you can see I've got up my notebook now. So I'm going to go through the math on how to figure out the maximum amount for each individual, and all of us are going to be different because our base amount is different. I'm going to first go through my scenario. I am making the full maximum benefit that you can receive as a base amount in California, which is $450. So my maximum that I can make before taxes and still get something in unemployment would be $598. EDD does not count the first 25% of what you make if you make over $100. If you make under $100, they don't count the first $25. Even if you make $50 that you need to report, they don't count the first 25. So that's that. If you make more than $100, they don't count the first 25%. So 25% of 598 is $149.50. Also, I didn't know offhand what my maximum amount was. I kind of played around with different amounts until I got the right number. So I didn't know right off the bat, 598 is the amount. So your starting amount, you might have to play with it a little bit to get your starting number. So you would, play around with different numbers, multiply that by 0.25, that's going to give you 25% of that number. Subtract that, and then we'll go through the rest of it. Okay, so 25% of 598 is 149.50. So you're going to subtract that from 598, which leaves you with 448.50. My maximum benefit is $450. 450 minus 448.50 is $1.50. So I have more than $1 in benefits. So that means that I do qualify for the extra $600. So that means my total benefit weekly amount is going to be $601.50. Now, right now, that extra $600 is only good through July 25th. There is a bill in Congress that they're going to vote on, I think this Friday, that will determine if they're going to extend that extra $600 even longer. So this information is current as of today, but as of Friday, it could change. So that's the first example for someone whose base amount is $450. The maximum amount that you can make and still receive any unemployment benefits is going to be $598. The second example that I want to go through with you is for someone that's receiving the base amount of self-employment, which is $167. So now again, I didn't know the maximum amount that you could make right off the bat. I had to play around with the earnings until I came up with the right number. So for someone getting PUA, Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Benefits through unemployment, the maximum amount that you're going to be able to make is $220. 220 times 0.25 is $55. So you're going to take 220 minus 55 gives you 165. Your base benefit is $167. $167 minus $165 leaves you with $2. $2 is enough to qualify you to get that extra $600. So your weekly benefit amount becomes $602. So if you do want to still drive a little bit for Uber, maybe you want to deliver a few things for Postmates, you can still work limited hours. They do take away a dollar for dollar after that first 25%. They start taking away from the base amount, and you have to wind up with more than $1 left over to still get that extra $600. So what that likely means for a lot of us is that when we return to work, our hours are going to have to be cut pretty significantly to still qualify for any unemployment benefits. And I was not aware of that. So if that's your situation, if you are returning to work and your hours have been cut, let's say you were working 5 days, but now your employer wants you to work 3 days, that might be too much to qualify you for those unemployment benefits. So you want to do the math, or have me do the math. I'll give you those instructions at the end, to find out if working those 3 shifts is going to be enough to boot you off unemployment. And if your employer is wanting you to come back to work, I still think that that's a good idea. Who knows what the job market's going to look like after this? The employer's trying to do the right thing and bring you back and get you some hours. So you definitely want to have a good relationship with your employer, but maybe you also want to have a conversation with your employer and just be upfront. Be like, you know what, since you're not able to offer me full-time hours anymore, I really still need to get unemployment to make ends meet. Be giving me 3 shifts a week. That's going to eliminate my ability to collect unemployment. Is there any way you can schedule me 2 shifts a week? Or maybe you were working 5 8-hour shifts and they want you to work 3 8-hour shifts, and that most likely would still be too much. Maybe you can work 3 6-hour shifts or 3 5-hour shifts. Talk to your employer, do the math, have me do the math, let them know what the maximum amount you can earn is before you don't receive any benefits, and see if they're able to work with you. If anyone is interested in trying a easy stock trading platform, I love Webull. I'm not a sponsored partner with them. If you use my link down below, you get 1 free stock, which could be valued up to $1,400. That's after your initial deposit of $100 settles in your account. Then they're going to send you an email to claim your free stock. Make sure you claim your free stock within 30 days. Otherwise, you're not able to access it. I really like Webull, and I get a free stock if you sign up. So I do get something out of it. There's lots of YouTubers that are promoting Webull right now, and it's because it's so cool that you get a free stock, I get a free stock. But lots of the other YouTubers, they're millionaires already. They might not need your little subscription, but I do. I would love it. I would love it. So yeah, use my link down below, and if you do, please let me know which free stock you get. Okay, and this is for those of you who have watched to the end. I know I'm going to get lots of comments from people who haven't watched to the end. If you would like me to do my calculation, my unprofessional mathematical opinion on the maximum amount that you can earn, here's what you're going to do. In the comments down below, leave me the benefit amount, the base benefit amount that you're receiving according to the EDD, whatever amount that is. Drop that in the comments below, as well as subscribe to the channel. And I guess there's like a different icon for those of you that are subscribed to the channel versus those that are not. And leave me the initials of your YouTube username. So my YouTube username is Shelly's Millions. I would leave a comment with my base benefit amount, which is $450. I would be subscribed to I am subscribed to my own channel, and I would leave my initials SM, my base amount $450, and I am subscribed to the channel. And I've done the math for me, but I will do the math for you based on your own benefit amount. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it clarifies a couple things for you. Yeah, and if you make more than whatever amount is allowable, that's going to get you that excessive earnings warning when you certify for benefits. So that's how all that happens. And again, I was operating under the impression that your hours could just be reduced minimally and you'd still receive something, but that's not the case. If your hours haven't been reduced by enough, if your wages haven't been reduced by enough, what's going to happen is you're going to get that excessive earnings warning when you certify for your unemployment benefits, and that is going to mean that you have made too much for that week to get benefits. Now, just because you received too much one week to get benefits that week, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have earned too much to get benefits the next time you certify. So make sure to go on and certify every 2 weeks. Let them know what your earnings were for the weeks that they're asking about. I hope we all get through this and make ends meet and get what we need from our employers and get what we need from unemployment. And thank you everyone so much. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching Shelly's Millions. I usually post videos on Saturdays and Mondays, but this one was so important I wanted to go ahead and upload it today.